So welcome to Wednesdays with We. My name is Monica Highfill, and I'm part of the executive team at Women in Electronics. And today we are talking a mentor's perspective on career growth. And I have two friends with me today who I've known for such a very long time that are both participating as mentors in the We Mentorship Program. I've got Cindy Eldridge and Terri Straube. Cindy, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Great, thank you. And thanks, Monica. I'm thrilled to be here today. I work for Avnet Electronics. I've been in the electronic distribution industry for 20 plus years, been in distribution the whole time. My current role is Director of Supply Chain Business Development. And I joined the Women in Electronics organization when we opened our Northern California chapter. Thrilled to be a part of it.
Thanks, Cindy. Terri, welcome.
Thank you, Monica. Hi, everyone. So I'm Terri Straube. I work for Straube Associates. We are manufacturers rep, and we cover the Northern California, Northern Nevada area. My official title is Vice President. That includes account management, so I have OEM accounts that I call on, and I also manage the distribution channel for our company. So I've been with We, like Cindy, since its inception in Northern California, and it's been a great experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent. Well, thank you both for joining us today. So I wanted to start it off and find out how you all have been mentored throughout your career in this industry. And Cindy, we'll start with you.
Sure. Well, I have to say, I joined the electronics industry right out of college, and I was very, very fortunate that one of my first bosses really became not only a mentor, but an advocate to me. He taught me a lot about the industry and took a personal interest in helping me develop my goals and really help mold me into who I am today. And what I learned from that as time went on, how important it was to reach out to key business associates as well as friends to form those informal mentoring relationships. So you had someone that you could brainstorm ideas and challenges, and basically you're not in this alone. You do have people that can help you get through situations.
Nice. And Terri, how about you?
Well, so my favorite mentor actually was my father-in-law, and he was responsible for getting me into this business. He had a naval background, so there were strict policies that were put in place, and he taught me a lot of how important it was to do a lot of the things, the procedures and stuff that were in place, and I still use them every day. Very, very valuable and very helpful. And I've used them throughout my career. And doing this program has been excellent because now the shoe's on the other foot, and I'm trying to put some of what I've learned to my mentee.
So have either of you been a part of a formal mentoring program, or has it always been informal?
So great question. I've done a couple formal mentoring programs through Avnet, but most of the mentoring that I do has been very informal. It's working with employees or just coworkers as situations come up, an opportunity to provide guidance or just help them through situations. The We program is a little more formal, but I think that there's a lot of value in the way that it's structured.
I have to agree with that. So I've done a lot of informal mentoring also. Susan, when she started, part of the foundation of the We mentorship that I think we've all agreed on that we really like is sort of a more formal foundation background that's been different than what I've done in the past.
Yeah, I think what it does, the formal side of it for our We program is the mentee knows that they have a monthly meeting with us, and certainly the opportunity to reach out to us at any point in time between those formal sessions. But what it's done, I think, is It's helped the mentee think about what specific goals and objectives that they have and to think about how we can help them. And then it gives us the opportunity in between those sessions to make sure that we're thinking about and planning how we're going to respond to whatever topics are set for that call. The mentee actually takes the initiative to set the agenda for each call. And, you know, Terry, I think you'd agree that really has given us an opportunity to be very, very focused on what we're looking to accomplish at that session.
I agree. And having the mentee, it's not so much formal as having an agenda, because it is informal. We have fun while we're doing it, which is an added bonus. But the mentee does get to choose the agenda for the most part, and I think that allows us to expand our horizons.
Right.
Things that we normally wouldn't think of.
Yeah.
So
you know,
it's good to see what's important to other people.
Yeah. One thing that has been wonderful for me is I'm so passionate about developing people. It's one of the things that I've enjoyed over the years of being a manager of people. And this program, and specifically working with my mentee, she is a first-time supervisor. So I've gotten a lot of satisfaction about being able to work with her as a first-time supervisor to kind of set some goals and strategies and try and drive that consistency and that accountability. So it's been a lot of fun for me, as well as I know that it's helping her develop as a manager of people.
And you mentioned something, you've had a lot of fun with this, but what have you learned or what are you taking away from this? Because the studies show that mentors actually gain a lot from the relationship as well.
Yeah, great point. And I will tell you that I have learned from my mentee. Her background's very different from mine. She's a marketing manager, and that's, I will admit, is not my area of expertise. So I've learned a lot about marketing challenges, but what it's also done is it's enabled me to kind of think about the processes that we've used, and I've actually been able to apply some of the guidelines that we use when we work with suppliers like KEMET or with Straube in developing training curriculums for our sales organizations, and we've been able to apply that into how she interacts with her business units to create the marketing campaign. So it's done a couple things. I'm learning more about marketing, but I've also learned that you can apply some of the basic principles that we use in our business for other industries as well. It's been fun.
I have to agree.
Thank you, Terry.
There's been some really great introspection, and it allows you to examine what you're doing and how you're doing it. And my mentees actually got me to think about doing things differently. And also at the same time, making sure that we keep those best practices in place. Because a lot of times, especially with experience, some of those things fade away. And so I think that it's gotten me to sort of corral those and get myself back on target and to be consistent and to be organized. I mean, I'm pretty organized anyway. The life of a rep has a lot of balls up in the air. We're always juggling, but making sure that we keep those priorities in order. I think that's something that's been really beneficial with the program.
So would you encourage all women out there to go out and seek out mentors, whether it's formal or informal? And if so, how would you tell them to go about doing that?
I highly encourage it. And, you don't know who you're going to get, right? So while we talk about, and we've spent time talking about the formal aspect of it, initially spending some time to really get to know each other and to understand what your goals are in the program, I think are important, and to really keep an open mind I thought I was going to get somebody that I was going to meet face to face, you know, in person in my area. And my person's in Texas, I'm in California. So while we've seen each other, we haven't really got to hang out and stuff. So I think keeping an open mind and really spending the initial time getting to know them gives you a good start to then work, because you're really working together. That's the bottom line, is you're working together to accomplish some goals together.
Yep, very true. And I would add to that, how would you start? Well, I would say any individual you may aspire, there may be somebody that you look up to in your business. That is a great person to reach out to ask for guidance. You would be surprised how willing other people are to sit down and work with you and provide guidance or mentorship. And really, a mentoring relationship is built on trust. Once you get to know one another, it's just the opportunity to really share ideas, ask for guidance. A lot of it is brainstorming or a set agenda like we have with We, where you are very specific on the areas where you need help. But I would encourage everyone to seek out an individual, call them a mentor or just somebody that you can brainstorm with to share ideas. It is one of the most fulfilling things for the mentor, and I think for the mentee.
Agree. Well, thank you both for joining me today on Wednesdays with We. I appreciate the time, and I appreciate the effort that you're putting into the program, our pilot program, which we kicked off January of this year and is going through July. And for anyone that is interested in joining the We mentorship program, either as a mentor or as a mentee, you can just simply go onto our website, womenenelectronics.com, go in and submit an application, and we'll start to review applications in the next couple of months for our September kickoff. So thank you again, Cindy and Terri, for joining, and have a great day. We'll see you next week.
Monica.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye. Bye, Terri.
Bye.